another live episode of the Rewind with Dana
and PJ. You know, we are here. What's poppin', D?
You know, I need it today with you. I have a lot to get off my chest. I'm sure you do too.
I'm like, don't we all? But what's the week been like?
What's the week been like? You know, the world is falling apart and everything.
Here.
But
What is this?
this is, he wants to know what we're drinking. We're drinking Barefoot Sweet Red Blend. Simple, sweet. I like red and white wine. He likes white wine mostly because it's sweet, so.
It's
I got
weird.
a sweet red.
I like the taste, but the smell? That's why when I lean
It smells
forward.
fruity.
No.
What does it smell like?
It smells like.
Smells like berries. He's so dramatic, y'all.
No, it smells almost waxy to me.
Waxy?
Yeah.
Okay, it's cheap wine, alright?
No, because you know I like Barefoot. I ain't gonna stand on Barefoot.
Yeah.
I boxed with Barefoot endorse us.
Yeah, so PJ's gonna bring us some laughs today since we know everybody's probably depressed right now.
Yeah,
as
you know,
I was. Yeah. But my week it's kind of been a hard week. It's been very up and down for obvious reasons with things that were going on from one state now in our state. Now our city is also being, a lot of people are going out and protesting, raising awareness for police brutality, and a lot of black people dying unjustly. So it's kind of hard seeing things constantly in the news about it. It's like a lot of people have already said, it's triggering, it's emotional, it's hard to focus on your day-to-day life or work when you feel like things are going on that are way bigger than you or bigger than like your 9 to 5 and things like that. So honestly, it hasn't been the best week because of that, but you know, outside of that, things have been like fine, but that's just really taking up the space of my mind.
On the Instagram.
Yeah.
People watching and shit.
Yeah. He making sure that people are logging in. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much how my week has been, and I'm sure we're probably gonna get into that maybe a little bit later. But how's your week been?
Same shit.
Same shit.
Yeah, same shit. Been watching all this bullshit going on. I've been angry. You know, I feel like. You know, in times like these, you really see it's either fight or flight. And you know me, I always tend to choose fight.
Yeah.
But it's also just unfortunate all this happened during the coronavirus, because like that make it like, you know, a little like, makes you want to be like hesitant to go out there and stuff and all that. But I guess we'll talk about all that later. But in terms of the week, what I did this week. So if we talk about this week, are we just gonna go into like music and shit? Want to do that?
We can. Let's do it. I mean, because I feel like we both know how the week has been. I feel like if you're a black person, you've probably had a similar week.
You know what the fuck gone on this week.
We're delusional at this point. Like literally, we can't even talk straight. No, seriously, we're laughing and smiling, but just know like we're trying to be.
You gotta be like dead ass. We definitely gonna talk about it. But you know me, I'm like, you know, let everybody in. But let's see what else did I do this week. So did
we get into pop culture?
Well, just like stuff we watched and seen. Well,
okay. So we kind of diving in. We gonna dive into some TV stuff.
You want to do TV or you want to do pop culture?
We can do whatever you want, baby.
Let's do pop culture.
All right, y'all. So we're diving into pop culture. Let's. What happened this week?
Okay.
And honestly, we haven't recorded in a couple weeks, so we might flip by things that happened.
Actually, to tell you the truth, for pop culture, I guess I ain't got too much.
No.
Really, the only thing I got down here. I thought it was motherfucking petty. Did you see that? Trump's whole ass don't want to so you know every year they do a tradition where the current president reveals the picture of the previous president, and he don't want to do it for Obama.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, so like Obama did it for who was the president for Obama?
What's his name? George. I can't think of his name. Nah, stop. This is about to bother me. This is about to bother
Oh,
me.
y'all, I swear we smarter than this. We just dumb right now. Yeah, he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't, and Obama
did he give a reason?
Because he just was
George Bush.
Yeah, George
I know
Bush.
I said George. I just couldn't think of his. Yeah.
Just being petty.
Yeah.
Petty.
Well, he's
He's
a kind of a joke anyway,
I want to
so
throw
it don't
something
even
at
matter.
him. Guess what I just saw, and I was wanted to tell you because we had talked about it. Remember when we was talking about all these like new virtual options and stuff like that, and how things gonna be. So have you seen the drive-through strip clubs?
Drive-through strip clubs.
So basically, the cars are drive-through, and then like you got the Wait,
where did you see this on?
Online. They got pictures
on
and stuff.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about Twitter. Okay.
But like also like it's pictures of it too. Like it's like think of like you driving through, and then you got a platform. It's a dance on each platform, and they got those you have a parade, them little metal things when you have a parade, those little barricades. Mm-hmm. They have those up, and then like they dancing on these platforms, and like it's a pole. They dancing. It's a weighted pole, obviously.
So this is outside.
This like outside.
Okay.
Because they want to bring everybody inside to see the titties. They want to bring the titties to the people.
A drive-through strip club. I'm not opposed to it.
But my thing is though, if you got pull over to my section and throw my money in there, because I'm gonna be pissed if you throw my money and it go into another bitch section.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
So can you park there? Like how does the viewing experience go? At
You watch it from your car.
Strip club. Okay.
You drive.
Is it like a drive-through movie where you're sitting like parked frontward and you're like, or you're like?
She on the side of you. She on the side of you.
And you like throw your money.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Strippers gotta make their money too.
True.
We all have to get creative in the Corona times. Okay. That's interesting.
Speaking of, I saw this article where they was talking about they gonna refuse medical whatever to people who are sex workers, so like i.e. strippers, prostitutes.
They're gonna refuse like the test,
like Corona testing and stuff like that.
Why?
Because like I guess because of their
limited,
field,
so they feel
because of their field, they're putting their own self-service, so they shouldn't be a priority. I said. And at the same time, you love that field at home. You love that field behind closed doors. You better support them. So
they say like strippers and sex workers and stuff?
Yeah. And like,
That's shitty.
Ain't that dumb?
And it's also kind of fucked up because I know some sex industries do take testing very seriously. Mm-hmm. Like when you think about the porn industry, they have to, at least from what I've heard, they're constantly like being tested to kind of like help, not like spread things and just stay aware and stuff. So they probably get tested more than we do. And you're talking about it's stupid.
You can be a safe hoe.
Okay. Exactly. You can be a safe hoe.
You can hoe nonetheless.
I was gonna say I support hoeing. Do your best to be safe, honey. Be safe, honey.
Other pop culture. Oh. Now.
I know what you're about to say. I feel
what?
like it's about Meg.
No, but.
Is it about Beyonce?
No, I was just gonna say. Oh. Did you hear about your girl Doja?
Doja Cat. Let's talk about Doja Cat. Go ahead. I heard about it.
Well, I guess what is it? We just found out that she was a part of like some.
They said she was basically in like an online chat group, kind of like
racist or something like that.
I guess she was like chatting in a group with like some men who are alleged racists or something like that, and she was kind of like, what do they call it? What did they say? I guess she was kind of being lewd and like making like racist jokes that were more toward herself in the presence of like other like white people or some mess like that. I like halfway looked at it.
I saw the video, then I watched like 10 seconds. I'm like, Doja, I don't want to see this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest in saying this. I'm very back and forth on cancel culture in general. I can't remember if I said this on the podcast or not, but I still believe in cancel culture in general, but I also feel like it's so hit and miss. Like somebody's canceled one week and then nobody cares the next week, that like sometimes I want to stop labeling it as canceling people and just if you just don't fuck with them, don't fuck with them. Like anytime you try to publicly cancel somebody, I just feel like it always just gets messy and weird. So
That's how I am. I just don't fuck with him.
Yeah, she did apologize for like
But I will say,
her little jokes or whatever she was doing in the chat.
Not to,
He's always had a thing about Doja Cat.
I was about to say now, but
he's always
my other friend too called me and she was like, bitch. And I was like, yeah.
He always felt like
she was a little something. Her just weirdness wasn't authentic to me. It seemed forced.
Like her quirkiness or
and that made me feel like, nah, that's not who are you? I think you giving me something that like, I don't know, that's a little shady. You know what I'm saying? And it turns out we were right. But look.
And I ain't gonna stunt. Like, I have supported Doja Cat. Will I support her in the future? At this point, I'm not sure yet, But I am one of those people who try to think about where my money goes to. So, I ain't gonna say outright that I ain't never listened to her again. But I'm definitely, like, thinking about, like, who are you? Like, do I want to pay for your concerts? Do I want to... Because I have gone to one of her concerts before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I had a really great time. So... I do, with me being a person who will throw their money into to support artists.
Was this when that album was out?
This was before her current one. This is when her one
that
called...
That song?
Amala. Was that the name of her first album? Amala or some shit like that? Yeah.
Oh.
It was kind of when Moo got popular. But I knew her before Moo. And I always thought, like, she was kind of fire.
What was on that? Because I remember that other one. Is that... No, I don't remember nothing off that album.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm not sure if you...
Is that song Tia and Tamara on there?
I think Tia Tamara is like a bonus track on it or something like that.
I do like that song.
Maybe.
I like Rico Nasty. She's amazing.
I like Rico Nasty too. Thank God I had to smack a bitch today.
Oh yeah, I like that song.
That's like the one song I remember of her. But
I also just realized we forgot Five Fingers.
We didn't forget it. It's coming out.
Oh, I just did that like that. I was like, damn, 5 Fingers. I didn't see that no more.
No, wait. I still got some pop culture stuff to talk about. Okay, so.
Wait, let me see. Do I got any more pop culture? I believe that may be all my pop culture, because I just ain't been paying attention to pop culture too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Oh, well, one thing that I thought was kind of humorous that I wanted to talk about is Kehlani.
What'd she do?
So, she didn't do anything, but you guys know how, well, she came out with an album recently, so she's been doing, like, social media kind of press runs or whatever, like interviews with, like, the Breakfast Club, like virtual interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she talked about her relationship with YG and how they had an open relationship, and basically she caught him like kind of being sneaky, like with a woman that I guess he was seeing or something like that, which ultimately led to their breakup because he wasn't like being honest and like communicating. And just as the interviewers were kind of laughing at it, I was laughing at it too. Like, how do you mess up an open relationship where you have the opportunity to be sexual or flirtatious with other women, and you still don't like communicate and I don't know. I just had to talk about that because I have to just say, like,
that's dumb.
Man, what is wrong with y'all?
She literally said, you can fuck other bitches.
But, like, just she literally said, like, communicate. Let's make sure it's consensual. Let's make sure everybody's safe. Like, but other than that, like, you know, in certain ways, do you. Like, and I'm just like, who fucks that up?
Yeah, he did fuck that up.
Who fucks that up? I don't know. I just thought that was really funny. And what do you think causes a person to still be shady in an open relationship?
Because niggas want they cake and eat it too.
But you had that opportunity.
Because niggas gonna need it.
Niggas just like lying for the thrill.
For real, you just be like,
you gotta be doing it for the thrill of it at that point.
For real, I'm a firm believer. Some people laugh for fun. Some people laugh for fun. They like that. It gets you like riled up. They like that. And if you a lie, you will steal. And if you will steal, you will kill.
That's what I heard.
You know.
That's what I heard.
So no, I don't. Yeah. Damn. You really all you had to do was be like, I'm just fucking this other bitch, and she would have been like, okay. What y'all doing? You know that, and like not even what y'all doing, but like y'all being safe. Y'all doing what y'all gotta do. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Back. Period. Like that's all it had to be. But you done fucked it up.
Yep.
Wow, that is dumb when you think about it.
On another note,
what happened?
Lauryn Hill's birthday was May 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta shout out the legend.
For real, period.
Lauryn Hill, a queen.
How old she is?
A legend. Guess, how old do you think she is? I'm gonna look it up.
She gotta be in her 40s. I know I feel like
Guess a precise age. How old do you think she is?
I'm gonna give her 46.
46. Very good. They're very close. 45.
Oh wow. Okay.
45.
Okay.
So shout out to the legend, the queen,
Legend.
Lauryn Noel Hill. Just learned her middle name now. Thanks Google. Yeah. So I was thinking about doing a top 5 of our top 5 favorite Lauryn Hill songs, and I'm gonna put PJ on blast. PJ, what did you say?
I only know like what 2, 3 Lauryn Hill songs. I know what's that.
Granted, she ain't got that many solo songs, baby.
I'm about to say, all I know is Do-Wop That Thing, X-Factor, and Killing Me Softly.
He don't be liking the emotional vibes like I do, so.
But I just ain't never sat down and listened to that. I'll get to it.
I told him he has to listen to the one album she has. Like, you have to, like, every song on there is great.
Yeah. I'm gonna get around to it one of these days.
I'm trying to see. Let me look through my little, I'll be taking screenshots of stuff I'll be wanting to remember to talk about. So I gotta take a quick scroll. Anything else?
In terms of pop culture, I would say,
Let me see.
do I care about anything else? Is the question. No, I don't know. No.
Ooh, I did see that Beyonce has now charted at least one song on the Hot 100 in each year of the last 25 years. So 1997 through 2020. At least one song on the Hot 100. Iconic. A legend.
I'm not explaining that to you bitches no more because I'm sick and steady trying to tell you about who she is. You motherfuckers always want a reason to, hey, you know what, I'm not talking no more. I'm not talking no more. Fuck it.
Haters gonna hate.
For real. I'm tired of telling you what the fuck she be doing.
Oh my gosh, okay. And then one last thing. Y'all, this Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga song.
I ain't listened to it. Is it good? Now, I'm just gonna say, white gays, you need to mind your fucking business. Because they brought telephone into this, because they were trying to say, rain on me?
Rain on me. Honestly, that reminded me of that one gospel song. Rain down on me.
Now, what just happened?
I just spilled wine on myself.
I'm dead.
See? Look
But, I talk while you get yourself clinked up.
Okay.
Clinked up.
Don't they remind me of that one Kirk Franklin? Well, you haven't listened to it. I've heard I'm too silly.
I've heard like snippets of it. I don't know. I still ain't. You listen to Chromatica?
Nah, and I'm not sure that I will. Even though I like Lady Gaga, but like for some reason I'm not interested right now.
In a rush to listen to it. Yeah, me either. I'm like, it's gonna be there. But no, they was trying to say that Rain on Me is better than Telephone. I said, I don't know what about any of that bullshit. But don't bring Beyonce into this because she was sitting here eating her food. Mind your business. But I saw little snippets of the video too. My one friend said a good thing. Shout out to my friend Lasia. She said that one thing about Gaga, when people collaborate with her, they always kind of have to like adapt to her world.
I like that.
And I think that is so true.
And it might even be pushing them out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. And one thing she noticed, she said she felt like Ariana didn't fully like get Gaga. If I could use that as a verb.
It's like she was trying to like dive into her world, but yeah.
Whereas like I can say when I saw that telephone video,
yeah, Beyonce was a little weird in that.
She was in it, like she was in it, like you know what I'm saying. So what you about to do? Get some more pants?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna see. Don't even worry about it. But so that's the only thing about that. Have you been seeing any of the versus battles?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna keep my little wine stained pants on.
Have you seen
show business?
The versus battles.
Now
you know they said who you heard the next people that's supposed to be having a battle, motherfucking Kirk Franklin and Fred Hammond. Oh. Kirk
Franklin about to set this motherfucker. How Kirk Franklin be talking in the beginning of his songs? Can I get a witness? Sorry, y'all.
That's gonna be a good old gospel time. Cause let me tell you something, Kirk got some, he got, Now Behold the Lamb. That's that shit.
I cracked singing. These are my confessions.
Now Behold the Lamb.
Yeah, we're gonna I'm just gonna throw in this confession real quick. When I was and if you guys haven't listened before, we have a confession segment where usually I confess something.
We're going all out of order today.
We are.
Yeah, we're drunk.
I'm a little loony. There's a lot going on. I'm all over the place. But since it kind of relates, when I was in 6th grade, me and a few of my classmates had to sing Now Behold the Lamb at kind of like a Christmas mass type of thing. I went to a Catholic grade school. Y'all, when I tell you, I got up on there and I cracked so
which
hard.
Part? The precious. That part always gets you. That part.
And you know
you
what's
gotta
funny?
really ease into that.
You know what's funny? As I was practicing it, I was telling my teacher, I don't know if I can hit this. They give you can do anything you put your mind to. Well, I didn't hit the notes, and I put my mind to it. How do you explain this?
I felt like also, how old were you?
I was 11.
You probably did. You probably thought you had to do the most when you had to do the least.
Because I was trying to sing it like the woman on the little song.
That's the thing. You should try to sing it like. You should not have tried to sing it like Cora.
They wanted me to sing
Don't
it
let them people tell you what they want.
And you know what was embarrassing? I had two. When I was young, I had 2 crushes in grade school. Well, I had a lot of crushes in grade school, but at the time, I liked these 2 guys. They were both sitting behind me, right?
What their names was? What their names was? What's their name? You don't want to say it.
I mean, they ain't gonna give a fuck. They ain't gonna ever listen to this shit. One's name was Kendall, and the other one was, I think it was, well, I can't remember what the other guy's name was. Started with a D or something.
Darnell.
Nah. But anyways, they were sitting behind me, and so when I cracked, I looked back and they were laughing.
Oh, your little feelings was hurt.
The audience was laughing too, y'all.
Oh, damn. No, I would be like...
It was so embarrassing.
But then here's the thing. It was... What, y'all was auditioning or something?
No, it was a mass. We were singing in front of the whole school and everybody.
And did y'all go individually?
Yeah, so it was me and 3 other girls. So that we each sang a part of the song. And I cracked and failed my part of the song.
I think you just did too much. That's all. You did too much.
He doesn't understand. They wanted me to sing it like the song.
But here's the thing. You can't do what them people want you to do. You gotta do what's
They should have never made me believe I could do it. And that would have just eliminated all of this. Yeah.
Oh, it was black too. So
and I had the hard part though. I feel like.
Oh, so y'all was in parts.
Yeah, we all 4 had solos, but then the class would come together and sing the chorus together.
Oh.
We would take turns kind of singing some parts of the words.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? It's okay because
did you practice?
Yes.
Now, was you hearing that alone?
Probably not. But I just thought if I believed in myself.
Girl, no, you should have knew.
I thought if I believed in myself hard enough.
When you believe.
That's what they make you feel as a child, right? And even as an adult, you believe in something, you work hard enough, you can do it. But sometimes hard work.
Don't you? I don't know.
Sometimes you can't do everything.
I don't know if you went to did you go to a black church?
I mean, yeah.
Because I remember you said something about going to Catholic school and stuff.
Yeah. So I went to an all-black, basically an all-black school.
Mm-hmm.
But our priest for most of my time there was white. Mm-hmm. And our choir was very black and lively though. Mm-hmm. But it was still kind of
I was going to say, well, I was just
it wasn't like a Baptist church and you be in that bitch.
Right. That's why, that's something I went to. So I was going to say, one thing I will say, church that would encourage anybody, even the worst of singers. I done seen the worst of singers have solos! And you can't do nothing but be like, yeah! Because they sing with the Spirit of the Lord. And because I want to...
It's okay though. I redeemed myself. That was 6th grade. By 8th grade, I had the solos. I was,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but yeah, enough about me.
I am dead. Any more pop culture or anything?
No. But when I hear that Rain on Me song, I definitely think of Rain Down on Me.
See, every time I hear it, I just hear Rain on Me. That's what I hear.
You got 5 fingers?
Yes, 5 fingers.
Alright, so now we're moving to our section 5 fingers. If you're not familiar, it's basically where we call out people we want to slap or things that annoy us. Basically where we rant. So, I got a couple 5 fingers.
The same.
1, clear rubber bands. Okay. You know, like clear rubber bands that you use to like do shit with your hairstyles.
But like the yellow looking ones.
No, the clear rubber bands. They're clear.
I don't know what clear rubber band is.
I probably have some in my
Oh shit.
They're just like what was that? They're just like normal rubber bands, like black ones. You know what like a black rubber band is. It's just they're literally clear and they're supposed to be like kind of better for your hair and like less damaging with the way like they just attach to your hair or whatever. But it's so stupid, y'all, because I tried basically giving myself like a braid out or whatever, and I was like using the clear rubber bands to like, you know, tie my hair up and stuff like that. It doesn't work. I literally used about 50 rubber bands on my head because they kept breaking, and I kept having to replace the rubber bands that were breaking.
I don't know what a clear rubber band is.
Well, sweetie, I don't know what to tell you.
Clear rubber band.
Google it, baby. And I just feel like, well, who are making these clear rubber bands? Okay, granted, I got it from the beauty supply store. I feel like they're just like standard things that get made. I don't know if I bought the wrong ones or something, but I don't know. If you've ever used clear rubber bands on your kid, or if you've ever used clear rubber bands on yourself, like let me know if like they break, or if it was just like me and I got a bad batch. But I thought it was so useless and stupid. And every time I use them now, I get a little annoyed.
They look like they'll take your hair out more than a regular rubber band will.
No, they're supposed to be like better, but I don't know, y'all. It was so stupid. And then another thing, I just have to ramble about umbrellas, y'all. It's 2020. Why are umbrellas still so fragile?
No, you know what I've learned? You just gotta spend money on a good umbrella. Gonna run you $20+.
Y'all, but why are you selling umbrellas? Why sell umbrellas if they just gonna break?
Because you need a quick fix.
Nah, y'all, in Chicago,
because
the wind blow one wrong way, and it's like, look, you bought this for nothing.
You know, it's different umbrellas for different types. Like, for a Dollar Tree umbrella, you get that when it's a light sprinkler. Bitch, when it's a typhoon, you gotta have your Macy's umbrella.
No, but the thing is, like, nah, man, I feel like, man, all I know is it's annoying. I have a friend.
Trust me, I done had a lot of umbrellas blown away from me out in the middle of the street during the rainstorm.
And it's just like, I feel like it'll be a regular rainy ass day and a little extra wind, and your shit's fucked up.
Hey, but when that shit be popping up, don't you be like, woo!
You be embarrassed and shit.
You really do.
You looking around trying to fix it, like, nothing to see here, just fucked up umbrella, like.
And then you really, like, the thing is, you'll really visibly scream, like, woo! Like,
because it's, like, surprising.
Oh, shit.
And now you know you're just supposed to be fucked up and wet.
Oh, my God.
And you're looking stupid.
And then when you finally just get enough, you be like, I just want to be fucking wet. Like,
fuck this umbrella. Like, damn.
Oh,
I be over
shit.
here having to tape up and stitch tape my fucking umbrella that I just bought yesterday. They got fucked up.
No,
today.
yeah, you gotta spend money on a good umbrella. Go to Macy's or somewhere.
Nah, fuck that. If I spend $15 on an umbrella, it better work.
No, you got 20 or more. I'm telling you.
Go.
Oh, you know where you need to go? Nordstrom Rack.
And I don't mind buying a
go to Nordstrom Rack because everything is half off there.
Okay. And I don't mind spending money on an umbrella that's gonna work, but I just feel like, what? I'm just so confused. Like, can't all umbrellas just work?
Or you could just get a rain jacket.
That's true.
And some boots. That's what I've been thinking about getting instead of having to keep buying umbrellas. Like, just get you a heavy duty rain jacket and some of them really, cause like I want to get some of those like duck boots for the rain, or like or even like something like Doc Martens. Those are good for rain too.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. But still, all I'm saying is it wasn't a $5 umbrella. It was 15 plus, less than 20, baby. This shit should have worked.
I'm telling you, 20 or more. But you need to go to Nordstrom Rack. That's where you're gonna find a nice umbrella.
Yeah, and those umbrellas, they kind of like
I love
They're
those.
more like
they come over like a dome.
Yeah, they come over your head more. And I would do like a rain jacket, but you know, like if I have my hair like this, or like I feel like women, certain ways you wear our hair, like.
Well, honestly,
you know,
I think
it still will be good to use.
Yeah, I was gonna say just by you some like waterproof shit. That's all I do.
Fuck these umbrellas. Okay.
You know with your 5 fingers?
I think so.
Let's see. For my 5 fingers, let me see. All I had was, let me go back. Oh, I had 5 fingers. For.
What's up?
Oh, for this story, I don't know if you saw it. This man, he got shot in the face because he told some woman, it was a security guard, and it was at like a Family Dollar or something like that, some kind of store, and it was a security guard, and it was in Flint, and he told the woman like you need to wear a mask, and I guess she got upset. Brought her husband back, and he shot the dude in the face because he felt like he was disrespecting his wife or whatever. That's the article I read. I hope that changed. But no, I had saw that shit and I was like, bitch, how you gonna get mad because your hot breath ass don't have a mask on? Bitch, it is a no, is that the word I'm looking for? Regulation? It is a rule right now.
Regulation.
Yeah, it's a rule right now. Okay? Put that shit on. Like, come on, man, you know better than that. And why would you put on the mask? Just to like protect your own stuff. You don't care. And I just want to give 5 fingers to those stupid motherfuckers. Because you know you got ignorant motherfuckers like that who just make this that much harder to live in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, and then my other 5 fingers, and I want to slap this bitch like how she slapped him, and you going to figure out what I'm talking about. In this video online, I saw it on Twitter, this woman, I'm assuming it was like her daughter, her son. They was doing the savage dance, like the little TikTok dance. And it was the boy and the girl, and then the boy was doing it. The mama, you seen that?
I think it was like I think it actually turned out that the mama wasn't the one who like hit him.
Oh, that wasn't the mama.
Yeah, I think it was like a little, was he like his, like Latino?
Yeah, and she like slapped the shit out of him. And was like, what she said?
Like, you don't do that.
You little faggot ass, something like that.
Something like, yeah.
Something that just made me want to put my baby toe in her mouth. That's what they wanted me to do. Bitch. And then I just found out that's not your kids.
The mama like said like, yeah, like I wouldn't do that to my kid, like, and we're gonna talk to, I think it was like his aunt or like a friend of somebody like close to the family was like watching them.
If
it's
she said
they're gonna handle it or whatever, but honestly. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I was just gonna say, first off, if that's a friend of the family, sweetie, I don't care how friendly you is with my family, you're not putting your hands on my kids. If I ask you to watch them, I ask you to watch them. You know, that's not, we're not doing that. And if that was the aunt too, no, sweetie. Because even Beyonce and Solange said they don't whoop each other's kids. They don't do that. So I want to slap you like you slapped him. And I mean, I want to, ooh, you ever want to slap somebody so hard a booger come out? That's how we want to slap people sometimes.
I mean, the imagery of that never came to mind. Sometimes I think about their glasses falling off or something.
I do want to slap somebody hard and just snot come out there. That's how you know you internally like just knock something loose.
Shut something up. Yeah.
Right. But fuck that bitch. I don't know her, but fuck her. Also, like, stop recording shit like that. You know, just like violence to kids. I be seeing a lot. I don't like that shit. That is not a good way.
I don't like that either.
Like, why you bragging about the violence and like, because at the end of the day, like, that's what I'm saying, like, you think they're not gonna remember that they are, and then on top of that, you put it on the World Wide Web. Come on, bitch, think.
But then again, sometimes you want people like that to expose themselves, so
True.
we can call them out on their fucking shit, and so they can feel fucking embarrassed.
True.
So
that's true. My other 5 fingers, as of course we all probably know, the man and the friend who was involved that shot that man Ahmaud Arbery, the one who was jogging, and especially to the friend, because he was like, girl, he said that he was doing it in hopes that his friends would get off, like releasing that video. He said like, had he known this would have happened, he wouldn't have released the video. I said, that just goes to show you they only look out for themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He thought it would help them.
Wow.
He thought it would help get them off, but it was like, no, because we can clearly see
I'm
they're
glad you're a fucking dumbass.
Take his ass to jail.
Because honestly, if they didn't have that video, they could have made up their own story. They could have like.
So.
That's crazy.
5 fingers to them. I hope you eat a spoiled hot dog. You know.
And it goes without saying, 5 fingers to the officers who are involved in George Floyd's murder.
Point blank
obviously.
period. Point blank period. 5 fingers to that. 5 fingers to.
Hopefully the guy gets convicted. Apparently he was arrested on charges of 3rd-degree murder, like accidental murder. Hopefully that charge gets dropped because it looked very intentional to me.
So if it was first, that's like being held accountable.
Yeah,
correct?
I mean, 3rd degree is still being held accountable. Like I think he still could go to like face jail time for it. But I don't know. It just doesn't sit right to know like
because it's blatant. You know, you see blatantly what he doing.
Yeah, like I can't even think too deeply on it. Most of us know the story, but I'm gonna get annoyed if I start talking too much into it. But
yeah.
I'm glad he got arrested, but I just want like the fullest extent of the law to be like pushed on him for what he did. Like,
and like he sat there. He knew that big ass knee of his was doing some damage. He knew what that was doing. It
looked so fucking intentional.
And then the report was like, oh, he didn't die from asphyxia. I said, oh, you lying? You lying? You lying? Cause how what he was playing there then? Like they talking about from him probably having intoxicants. I'm like, girl, what kind of intoxicants? The fuck?
I don't know, but people they'll find whatever ways they can to kind of cover up the dirt that they do. So all we can do is like, you know, keep speaking out, and you know, talking to the right elected officials and things like that to try to get, you know, justice served.
True. And then any other 5 fingers out here? Oh, not really 5 fingers, but I'm just annoyed. I just find it really funny how, like, I don't know, maybe this is just how the online I be. But not so niggas really be talking about women when they wear their bonnets and shit out in public. But yeah, y'all be wearing these crusty ass do-rags out all the time. I just find that very hypocritical.
I think, do-rags and headscarves to me are like the same thing.
Like, I just feel like bonnets have been like just deemed like this big ass just no. Like a big red flag. But I'm like, but niggas literally used to buy do-rags to match their shoes and shit like that. But she can't wear her little bonnet out just to run to the store real quick. Oh, shut the fuck up. It just goes to show you. Women can't do nothing. Because I don't understand why that's the issue. Damn, it ain't like, and if she want to bedazzle it and maybe wear it for a fit, let her do it. Because she probably having a bad hair day. Shit, hair is hard to maintain.
Honestly, and I don't think some people understand, especially as a black woman, when you try to do certain protective hairstyles and stuff, but you also need to go out while your hair is still like, for example, if I'm doing a braid out, or which I do, or a twist out, which I do sometimes, and then maybe I want to go on a run, I still have to cover my hair while my hair is doing its thing before I unbraid it for the style or the look I'm going for. So if I still need to run an errand and stuff like that, like I ain't about to look, I want to keep my hair covered and not look crazy in my little style. So no, it's real because it's stuff that I even have to think about sometimes. I'm a person who does like to look presentable, you know, when appropriate or like as much as possible. So those are things I do have to think about. Like, do I want to wear like a headscarf, or like what can I do to like look presentable, to run out for 2 seconds while still blah 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 blah. And a lot of times it's not even just for other people, it's for myself, because I'm a person who, I don't know, I'm into looking like good even for myself first and foremost. So I don't know, I guess I say all that to say, like, it is things that like we really, like black women really think about or take into consideration. So like we don't also need you giving us shit when it's really not even a big deal.
But then my thing is, if she wasn't keeping up her hair, you'll call her whatever. But then if she tried, it's like, oh, what do you want?
Literally.
Like, that should be bothering me.
What do you want?
And then, do I have any more 5 fingers? I believe that is all the 5 fingers I have. I did have a couple of cheers I wanted to get to. What is his name? Okay, so Michael Stewart, a 7th, 8th grade math and social studies teacher at Learn South Chicago has been named the recipient of the 2020 Golden Apple Award for Excellence in Teaching. So yeah, they gave him this award. He's in Chicago Thursday, May 21st. That's when I see the article was printed. So kudos to you, Michael Stewart. You know, we don't know you,
congrats.
but you know, that's a great honor. You know what I'm saying? Especially like, you know what's funny? I think about it, I did not have a lot of male teachers, especially no male black teachers. I think that would have been a very different thing if I would have.
I actually did. I think about, at least growing up, like half of my teachers were male and half were female, basically.
What?
I think I had a pretty good balance, at least in like grade school.
I swear, I only had
all black teachers.
From 1st to 8th grade, I had 2 male teachers.
Interesting.
All the rest women. In high school, I had more male teachers because that's when theater got involved. And it was more male teachers with that. But yeah, I ain't had a lot of male academic teachers.
Interesting.
Okay. I have not. But shout out to you. I also wanted to give a shout out to Carl Anthony Payne III. You know him, that's Cole. From Martin.
Okay.
Cause no, it was his birthday.
Okay.
And I was just like, it was his birthday on the 24th, 1969. You know, I listened to you gotta listen to this podcast. It's called Strong Black League, where they talk to like people who like are in the like black community world, like in the black like comedy world that like only we know and like we need to give our flowers to. Like so, like they interview Kyla Pratt, Elise Neal, Shar Jackson. You know, people who we all know and who like low key they do have resumes.
They've been in a lot of
Yeah.
They maybe haven't made it to like pop culture mainstream, but
You know what I'm saying?
they've done their thing.
Yeah, like Lunel, Kim Whitley, Debbie Allen.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel like he one of them because he does a lot of work. And I thought, you know, if it wasn't for Martin, he made Martin. You know, he was one of the funniest things about Martin. So shout out to him. And then. I just wanted to highlight this one tweet I saw. I just thought it was hilarious. The analogy she used. She said, this girl on Twitter, her name is, this font is interesting. Sadie Baby. That's a
Sadie Baby.
And it's Sadie _baby_. And she said, the reason you don't see cops shutting down KKK rallies is the same reason you don't see Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus sitting in the same room. Because they're the same people! I just thought that was funny because she used Miley Cyrus's white ass as a reference in that analogy. So I thought that was funny.
Good one. Something we can all relate to and understand.
Yes.
Something we can all comprehend. A nice pop culture reference.
And then I just had 2 little business, one business shout out and one like creative spotlight. She gave us a shout out too, so I was like, I definitely gotta return the favor. So our friend Tiffany is someone who we went to college with. She has the YouTube channel now where she like talks about like her favorite books. She talks about favorite podcasts, which is what we would mention on.
And one of my personal favorites. She does a makeup look. She's good with makeup, so I love watching her for that.
Because I think, is she a licensed cosmetologist?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So she has that, and she has this little spiel that she wanted me to read, so I'm going to do that. She said, she's Tiffany Lynn. She's a YouTuber, and her channel focuses on makeups, books, and family content. As a young mom, she wants to showcase her interests with a realistic viewpoint. The best way to support her channel is by watching, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on her videos. And so yeah, she's on YouTube. We're definitely going to post her link or like post her in the thing and provide the link for her channel. But she's great. And again, like Dana said, y'all like that makeup shit. Go ahead and do it. So yeah. And then another business I wanted to shout out. Is one by a friend of mine called XOXO Infusions. And she specializes in goodies that make you feel great. And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean by great. But she is in Chicago and she does delivery to different regions. She does delivery and pickup spots. So I'm going to put that in the comment and I'm going to post that as well and also put that in the notes feed as well. So make sure you definitely check out Tiffany's YouTube page and order some treats from XOXO Infusions. Especially, you know, it's stressful, right? You need some treats, okay? You need some treats. It's stressful going on around now, right now, okay? And then I was gonna say, do we have any confessions, or do you have if?
Oh, well, you know, I already confessed my little childhood trauma story.
You have your if book?
I do have my if book. One moment.
If I don't pick up the phone like I used to for you.
Okay. Let's see. Let me do a little flippage.
No, he's gonna knock your wine over.
I know, right?
I was about to say he'll knock your wine over.
Ruin my little new sweats and stuff. Let's see. How about you pick one?
Oh, shit, okay. If the questions in the game. Oh, shit.
Questions for the game of life.
I ain't never even seen this book. Let me see. It's a table of content? Like, why you do this? You just open it?
I just flip through the pages. Some of the questions are not as juicy as others, so you kind of have to sift through and, like, look through a few before you get, like, a really interesting one.
Let me see.
If you don't find a good one, we'll pick a random one and just go with it.
Ooh, no, you probably don't want to do that one.
No, I'll do anything. Let's do it.
Ooh, let's see. If you could have the world's largest collection of one thing, what would it be?
Ooh, the world's largest collection of one thing. Do you know what you would say?
Weed.
That's a good one, though. Weed.
Like,
That's hard, but that's a good one. Largest collection of... I'm trying to think, like, what do I like to keep? Plants, maybe. No, I don't want a hella plants, though. Like,
that's
I like
a lot
plants.
Of water, right?
Exactly. Y'all, this is so hard. Maybe I'm thinking too hard, y'all. I'm trying to be practical, but also, like, something that makes sense. I'm really stressed. Like, I don't know what to say. Polaroids. I like taking Polaroid photos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So the world's largest collection of maybe
that
Polaroid
he might be in
photos.
what's that? The book of Guinness Record books.
This is the first thing I can think of that makes sense for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We so you know we got to take our little breakity break. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes because you know Instagram be cutting you off when it's longer than an hour. So you know we about to restart. Then we're gonna close this show on out for you. So be back in about like 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. We are back. So now is our Let It Marinate section where we usually talk about one main topic. But like honestly, I was telling Dana, I can't really think of nothing to talk about today besides the obvious. And like I kind of want to talk about that, but then kind of don't want to talk about that. But it's like you kind of can't not talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess right now, I guess it'll just be like a mental check-in to see where we are and everyone else is. I think that would be better than to just like focus on that. So I guess so what's going on? How do you feel?
I mean, as of this very moment, I'm actually feeling, this is probably one of 2 moments this weekend where I haven't been trying to like kind of rid myself of heavy thoughts, or I haven't been like just super emotional, because PJ just has such a lovely energy that, you know, uplifts people. So honestly right now I'm feeling good, but this week has been very challenging, you know. I definitely couldn't even like focus on work Friday. I made the mistake of like kind of checking social media like first thing in the morning, and from there it's like my mind kept spiraling to all these like sad thoughts and just thinking about like why we gotta do all this shit, like why we gotta, and not to say that we're the ones kind of starting some of these like fires and like violent acts and things like
I
that.
think you saying like, why we gotta do this for you to understand.
And I was gonna say, like, to be honest, I'm hearing from a lot of people who are there. They're seeing like people who look to be on the police side who are initiating things, or it seems like certain things are kind of being set up.
Apparently, it's undercover cops out there.
Yeah, so I'm hearing and seeing videos of like it seeming like they're initiating some of this stuff to kind of cause chaos and anarchy and stuff like that. So all of the violence and the burning of the buildings isn't even on us. But the times that are on us, I don't even care. Like, I'm not a violent person, and that's never my first reaction to things usually. But it's kind of at a sense where it's like, what do you expect? Like, what else can people do to feel like they're seen and heard? We're at the point where we're demanding change. We're no longer asking and trying to be peaceful because like people are, well, I mean, a lot of shit we're about to say is going to be hella redundant, but I'm going to say it anyway. We've tried peacefully protesting, like when Colin Kaepernick took a knee, and everybody was complaining about that shit. He was being peaceful. He wasn't causing commotion. He was being respectful. He did things, quote unquote, the right way, and it still causes uproar.
And y'all tried to get this man fired from his career. Or like exile from his career.
It's like literally like what the shit that people are saying isn't like, it's not even making sense, because at this point the people who are empowered probably don't, well, we know what they want. They want us to shut the fuck up and accept our place in society. And anything we do, to be honest, they're just not going to be happy with, and that's what we have to realize at the end of the day. So we're going to get our justice the best way we think we should. And this, I mean, how did they take over shit? Through violence. So, I mean, I think we're just taking a page off of what we've seen be done to get what we want. And how can you be mad at that? I can't be mad at that. It's happening in Chicago now. At first it was happening in other cities. It's happening here now. And while it is sad, it's like I can't be mad at people. It's like, what else do you do when you're desperate for fucking peace and for fucking to survive, which is a basic human right? What else do you fucking do, you know?
It's like when, I guess like when you try to tell, like when the parent be like, well, why didn't you tell me? It's like, I literally was trying to tell you, so I had to shake shit up in order to make you understand.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But like, oh yeah, I don't care what nobody say. I'm totally on the side of violence. Do what you need to do, because again...
Now, you gotta be careful how you craft things, because the way the government work...
What you mean?
The government is shady. I feel like, well, in history, we've seen leaders of certain, like, pro-black movements come up dead and...
True.
That's why I'll be like, on the podcast, let me be careful how I craft things. Not saying I'm that important, but... It's kind of crazy how, like,
but no, it's
they
something
really
to
be,
think
like,
about.
on that weird
and then
shit.
think about this. You got to think about that, too. The fact that, like, that's even in your mind, like...
If I do speak out, if I do really try to start the revolution, I could end up, like, some bad shit happening to me.
It's just, like, I feel like we have so many receipts for why we doing what we doing. And, like, it's like, okay, I'm tired of giving receipts. I'm just about to start wilding.
Because
Because, like, I've been giving you receipt after receipt of peaceful protest of how to do things the right way. We done giving you so many examples. But you don't want, it's like, okay, you ain't got to learn the easy way no more. I guess we just got to give it to you the hard way. So, my thing is, I'm all for it. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. I definitely wish I could go, but, can't really go down there, especially with Rona and, like, immune systems and shit. So yeah,
we're just finding ways to do our part in other ways, like.
Oh, also, well, I mean, we're gonna get to that later, but like, I definitely donated. I donated to the one Beyonce told me to donate to. I also donated to the Minnesota Bond Fund. I donated to the Chicago one. Yeah, donate to. I wish like.
Exactly. So that's kind of my approach. This morning I pulled up a different list of organizations I've been hearing about that are good to donate to, and of course before donating I'm just kind of checking out the websites and kind of looking at resources just to like make sure things are legitimate. But that's that's going to be my route of going about things too, like donating my money, and then when some of this blows over, donating my time to places that are still going to be trying to move the community forward, even after some of these things in the media now blow over.
Now, although this is a harsh subject, I just want to make a little light of this. Did you see the videos of like people getting their ass beat? Or like the police and stuff? Well, did you see the video of the bitch in the wheelchair?
Yes. They tried to beat me. They were hitting me in the head. And then you turn around and see this bitch with a knife.
Stabbing people, bitch! Bitch, I was telling my friends, could you imagine just walking out, you be like, bitch, did you? Oh, bitch! I would beat her ass.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
I want to beat her ass.
I'm sorry. Now maybe that's very ratchet of me, very south side of me. I don't care if you're in a wheelchair. If you're trying to cause physical harm to me.
And she's stabbing. It ain't like she just hitting people. She's stabbing. She's stabbing.
And I don't know if it's true. I heard she's not even disabled. I heard that
she didn't get that bitch. I said, okay, I'm gonna fuck her up when I see her.
They gonna try to be the victim. And number one, I got so many fucking questions. I have so many questions.
And then did you see the dude with the bow and arrow?
No.
This dude, he started shooting bow and arrow, like he fucking Katniss Everdeen and shit. Started trying to shoot that at people, baby. They mobbed his ass. And then it was all white people too, so it was like the white people that was beating his ass. He goes to the news and I go say, oh, it was 2 black men. And then I said, we got you on camera. You on the camera now. Like, it's just like, you just lied. I'm like, see, and I'm glad you got your ass beat. And then I saw this video this one morning, that was kind of harsh. This dude, he came outside with a sword, trying to kill, like, sword the protesters.
And that's why I don't, even as much as I would like,
him up.
As much as I would like to protest,
some of that shit, I'm like,
yeah, some of that is too much. It's too much, and you still want to think about
somebody's ass. Though.
Yeah,
I do. I want to be somebody's ass.
And sometimes I'll be honest. Some days I do feel like I would die for this shit, but you also want to think logically and smartly. Smartly, is that a word? And you just want to be alive to move the movement forward in the best way you can. So it is important to maintain your life, and we can't have everybody dying for this shit. Then who we gonna have left?
Sure.
So some days I really do feel like I'll die for this shit. I'll be honest, because I feel like what else? Like, it's hard for me to live peacefully when my mind is so all over the place because of all this shit. But we gotta do what we can.
True.
Everybody has different ways they can contribute to the movement, and I think we just all have to find our ways of doing that.
And I hate to be this person, but if anybody out there looting, I'm a medium, 11.5, 32 by 32. Okay. I'm just saying. Like, if you said
honestly, I'm happy for everybody who had a field day in Target.
Okay. Like,
kind of jealous,
Look, especially in Target, baby. I would have. Oh shit, bitch, we done hit the mother.
New fucking
And
fit.
girl, Target got cute clothes.
Target got cute shit.
They got cute clothes, bitch. They got cute clothes.
We set up for the rest of the year for birthdays, holidays.
Period. And I know they got Old Navy. I said, ooh, and I like Old Navy. That's cute. I like their store. They be selling cute clothes.
Now what y'all need to do is be careful with some of those electronics and stuff. Because I wonder if they gonna find a way to like trace some of that shit and try to like lock people up.
That's what I was thinking about.
They might not.
Because I was thinking like, if y'all steal a computer, you might not want to sell that or do it.
Or sell it and not use it. Because then if you sell it, it ain't really on you no more.
Yeah, or just like, I just feel like, because you know how like when you set up your stuff at Apple or stuff like that, you gotta set up you gotta give them the IP, like, it's a lot of stuff, so I feel like they can track that.
I be thinking about that shit too.
Yeah, so I'm like, now clothes, go ahead, because I heard they went in Nike too, 11.5, okay? I heard they went in Nike too, bitch, what else would I hit up? TJ Maxx. No, let me stop playing. I'm giving ideas and shit.
So, I mean, I don't care. Do what you do. If anything, all this free shit is fucking reparations for our suffering. We can find a little happiness and materials for all the mental fucking destruction that's going on.
Some people have been doing the whole Robin Hood thing where they've been giving that stuff back to the community.
Ooh, even better.
I don't know if it was in Minnesota or whatever, but some people that robbed Target, they set up like shop and just like, come on y'all, come take whatever y'all need.
I love that.
I should be like, girl, you got a fan? You got a fan?
I mean, when you think about it with COVID-19 and stuff, a lot of people can't even afford things they really need.
Yeah.
So that could be a part of why people are looting too. They're like, it's an opportunity to get shit I need to. Fuck it. Like, it's like, I genuinely cannot find it in me to be upset about it.
I can't either.
I really can't.
Now, I will say, you know, in terms of hitting the black-owned businesses.
Right? That's different.
I wish that was different. But here's my thing, too. I think what the black-owned businesses should do to, like, help, they should become, like, a place of, like...
Sanctuary? Is that what you're about to say?
Not in exchange for immunity, but, like, you know, like, hey, y'all protesting, come here for some water. I got some extra masks. Y'all need some food. Go use the bathroom. Sit down. Then go out there and do what you need to do. If you know you feeling a little woozy, you done got hit. Come lay down. Now I'm just saying that's what I would do.
What I would do too.
If I had the black-owned businesses.
But you also know what's fucked up. I seen it on social media. I know everything can't be 100% verified right now, but I heard one of the black-owned business owner. Guy, he tried to go to his shop to protect it, and it ended up getting like shot by the police trying to go make sure his business was okay during all the times of the riot and shit.
Oh wow!
So that's why it's so all over the place.
Yeah,
it really is.
I was just about to say too, in terms of social media, how you been in terms of social media and all this? But you've been on it a lot. You have not. I've been loving Twitter. I've been loving Twitter, bitch. This is Twitter. Twitter's been having a field day with this. I
bet. I'm loving it because I feel like I'm seeing so many people out in the crowd protesting. I'm seeing so many people. I'm about to get emotional. Woo! I'm seeing like, I don't know. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I don't know. It's good to see like the solidarity in the community because people will tell you up and down that black people don't know how to be there for each other, that black people don't stand together, but even though a lot of us have different opinions on how to get to the solution, at the end of the day, I think we are sticking together and we are still kind of fighting to find the best way to go about bringing change. But I do think at the end of the day, even though some of us might have different routes to getting to where we need to go, I think we are all still there for each other and still understanding that we're all doing what we gotta do to fight for survival. So don't there might be people with different thoughts. Like some people are hella against the looting. They think it's useless.
Cause I ain't even gonna lie. I just got into it with somebody close to mine because we was talking about that. Because he was talking about like we need to come together in order to do that. And I get what he was saying. He was like alluding to the fact that like like you were saying like we need to come together. And I think he was alluding to he wasn't necessarily talking about that specifically. But like in my mind it alluded to black on black crime. So like I was thinking like, especially I know people like to bring up shit like that in times like these, but I don't know, I just feel like that's a cheap deflection of what's going on right now.
Too.
And also I
think it's also programming. It's like another way that they've systemically tried to keep us apart and keep us divided in our ideals and stuff like that, so we can't like.
Cause I think of it like this. Like, think about it. Me and you got beef and frustrations, right? We trying to get through our beef and frustrations, but it's some bitch. We yelling at each other, but it's some bitch that's yelling at both of us. We can't solve our problem because this bitch yelling at both of us, and she also feeding us different type of information. So we gotta get this bitch out the way, and then me and you can have a conversation. Because if this bitch yelling at both of us, I'm yelling at you, you yelling at me, and then she yelling at us. So this bitch is free to do whatever she wants, whereas she
can walk away.
Right.
I get what you mean. Like, I think we'll be able to fix our community once we actually get like the things, because the reason we have violence against each other is because of a bigger issue. I think that's what people don't put two and two together. Like people don't realize that I don't know. People just don't understand the psychology behind a lot of things. And not to say like I got a master in this shit.
Some people believe, because I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe it's two ways or not. I feel like some people believe we gotta work internally then externally, or some people believe we gotta work externally then internally.
I think it's kind of a mix of both.
I think we need to go externally then internally because we gotta clear what's out here before we can work in here. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of think we either need to do both at the same time. In a way, I kind of feel like we kind of need to do both at the same time. But I definitely feel like we can't fix our community. We can't even begin to touch really healing our community without working on the external things that are impacting it. Because it's the reason why we do enact violence against each other and stuff. Like people have gangs because what? They're trying to make money because they're in poverty. and they're trying to develop family with each other. Why do they have broken families? Why do they not have enough money to support their family? Like
in order
like,
to get
you know what I mean? It's
welfare and stuff like that, or like Section 8,
Mm-hmm.
they tell you can't have a male in the household. Like that's literally like with Section 8 and shit like that. Like you have a male in the household, you're not allowed for that. Like so, it's like you literally there's a policy that's telling you we cannot even have a black family and get the help we need. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's crazy.
think about like little policies like that and shit. You know?
Yep. So I think as much as like, I feel even if we go 2 different routes to the same solution, I think the most important thing is getting the solution and protecting each other in the process. So that's just how I feel about things for the most part.
Did you see the Bratz company made a statement?
Bratz?
And then somebody on Twitter
still exist? They still make Bratz?
And somebody was like, on Twitter was like, they retweeted and was like, this is for the bitches that plays with Bratz and not Barbies growing up. And I was like, hell yeah!
That was me. I had the Bratz.
No, Bratz was fun.
They did appeal to urban girls.
They did!
They did. We identify with the big lips, the funky wardrobe.
When Bratz came out, I said, oh, the ghetto hood girls. Oh, the hood bitches about to go up. And hood bitches love Bratz.
You funny as hell.
They did. Every girl I knew had a Bratz. Oh, when I said she styled the fuck out her Bratz, like, wow. Fuck Barbie. Barbie wasn't no shit. It was Bratz.
Real shit.
I just knew it was one bitch named Sasha.
Oh yeah.
And then in the movie, didn't Logan Browning play her? I want to watch that movie though, Loki. I want to watch that movie.
It was good. It was a good one. But yeah.
I was also gonna say next. Now you know we got to talk about this because you know this is definitely our world as well. Now, have you been seeing what celebrities have been saying good stuff and what celebrities been saying stupid stuff?
Not really. No. I heard Rihanna say, "Tell your friends to pull up, pull up," and I love that.
Who
holding her little celebrity friends accountable. I know that's right.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Who said something? You know, Shekinah. She T.I. and Tiny's friend or whatever. She don't love hip hop, but she's short, thick, you know, loud. But she talking about some, y'all need to leave the police alone. Y'all need to leave Gucci alone. Gucci ain't never done to y'all. And I'm like, oh girl, shut your ass up. You stupid.
See, and that's the shit that really pissed me off.
And then T.I. get on there talking about some, y'all, we can't do that in Atlanta. Atlanta's Wakanda. We can't do that. I said, shut the fuck up! Like, he acting stupid. Apparently, LL Cool J said something too. This comedian Desi Banks. Basically, people just trying to do this whole... I feel like most people coming under fire, most celebrities, when they try to pull that All Lives Matter stuff. Because, like, I even made a status. I said, if you come into me with some All Lives Matter talk, I'm spitting in your face. Because here's my thing. Here's the thing.
Now, okay, I'm going to let you finish.
Oh,
I was going to say, now, at least with Atlanta, I can kind of see their point only if they're talking about like black-owned businesses. Now that I get, because they're like, okay, out of all places, don't do it to Atlanta because it's like, I don't know the numbers, but it seems like it is like the mecca of black business and stuff.
But it's
so
also, I think it's one of those things. It's like also racist as fuck there too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a black mecca and all that. But
I would
like,
say that's the only props I'll give anybody T.I. Like if it is because it's touching black-owned businesses, I'll give you that.
And since that place has the most black-owned businesses, I feel like they should have stepped up more. You feel me? Like they should have. Atlanta should have been like I don't know. They should, as the city, they should have did something. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You know.
I think what we need to do is, I think we all see we have our different routes of getting the justice we want. I think, like I've heard a few other people say, we just need to organize and maybe plan a bit better. I think what we need to unify on is what are our demands as a people. Like, what are the 10 things, essential things that we need the police force or the government to abide by.
Well, we've been telling them this.
This is true. I get it. They
That's
should know.
We've been telling them this. Every time we protest, we shouting and yelling it out. And like, you can literally go on websites and they tell you what. And I think that's my thing with this whole thing also too. I am sick of trying to fix a problem I didn't cause. Do you get that? Like, we didn't I think I've been trying to tell people, let's break it down. Let's go back to the basic. We were sitting over there eating our food, minding our business. Some pale people came over and were looting and just said, hey, you need to come with us, work for us for less. We're going to break you down mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we're not going to give you anything. And you have no choice but to come with us. And so, of course, I feel like, you know, we fall back or whatever, but it's like they overpowered. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that is the root of everything. And I think people don't really think about, like, the basics of that. Like, you came to another country, literally prison people, like, not because of, like, not for any just reason. You just said, ooh, you look different. No, come on here. Let me put
free
you
labor?
Yeah.
I think I'll take that.
Yeah, like, if you really, that's fucked. And until, like I told you, I was watching a documentary that Chelsea Handler made, and that white woman said, oh, that was so long ago. Bitch, you know that was not. That wasn't BC, whore. I don't know why people be thinking slavery was some BC shit. So, like, it's like you got to even go back to the basics of that. And, like, now, that's why I'm getting to the point. It's like, and I think that's why everybody mad. It's like, it's not that you don't understand. You don't want to understand. Mm-hmm. And, okay, you don't have to understand the nice way. I'm just going to have to make you understand the hard way. I got to shake the table a bit because I said it nice and calm. Now I got to shake it on up. Because you're not, and I always tell people, I made a status too. I told some white people, I was like, me personally, don't call me asking how you can help. Because the same Google, you can literally Google how to be a white ally. And they're going to give you donations, organizations, videos, everything. Don't ask me because I'm not fixing something I didn't cause. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of y'all looking to us, well, what can I do to help? I don't know. Figure it out. You brought us over here. You fixed the fucking problem. That's where I'm at with everything because I just don't understand, and it's getting.
And I get that.
Yeah.
I just think realistically, there will have to be some sort of communication on our end to. Come on, realistically.
But there has been.
I know. I'm just saying. Like we'll still have to. I mean, I get what you're saying. We should have to.
We did it peaceful. Ooh.
Ooh. Fucking them crackers up.
Ooh.
Speaking of.
It's like, I'm dead. It's like we did it peacefully.
He was eating crackers, y'all. That wasn't me being like...
I'm dead. We did it peacefully. Colin tried that. He explained that to y'all. Y'all still didn't want to say nothing.
I mean, you're right. You're like, probably right, honestly.
It's like...
It might still be me still thinking somehow, somewhere, we still at least got to give 10% to... But we really, I don't know.
I'm tired of talking because it's like, I can tell you verbatim, that's still, like, that's why, like, when we was in college, I used to hate going to those race talks because it was just all a circle. All a circle. What, you know what's going on. What are you going to do different? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of just talking about
But feelings. Then again, you want to know what's crazy? What me and one of my friends were talking about, and I know it probably is going to sound crazy, and maybe it won't. Racism, to an extent, I think is like on the verge of like a psychological, like fucked up, like not mental illness in a sense, but it's like it's somebody literally training your brain to really believe, kind of like religion. You can tell somebody God doesn't exist, but if they've been brought up to believe God exists, there's nothing you can do to tell them God doesn't exist. Like, their family instilled this in them. They truly believe this is fact. And I feel like that is the case with some racists. Like, they truly believe this shit. Like, so nothing you say is going to ever change them or whatever, and we kind of need to approach it from like a not to give them, and not saying all races. Yeah. Some races probably do know better, but they just they like where they are in society, and they don't want to have to be equal to people, and they want to keep things the way they are. But I think some racist people, they were conditioned, and it's really genuinely hard for them to believe otherwise. Just because of their conditioning, them literally the wiring. Just like you have to get some black people out of that mindset that you are worth something. We're not lower, like, because some people have really been conditioned to accept certain things as facts. And that's not to give them any sympathy, none of that. That's just me saying, like, in some ways, we really do have to, like, it really is going to take a lot to undo the conditioning of a lot of Americans who truly can't really see it in the way that they should see it.
I just don't be liking that to
people
relate
might
that.
disagree.
I just don't be liking to relate that to mental health because, like, especially somebody who like work on mental health and like, I guess one of my things is like mental health conditions are things that like they can't control. You can't really.
And that's why I try to be careful, like not necessarily mental illness, but like a psychological
because
conditioning.
in my opinion, they turn that on and off.
You think so?
That is something they turn on and off. They know that and see, I'm sorry. I just feel like even that, like, I'm giving them excuses.
But no, because think about how it impacts the black community and how we have to rewire our brains.
And we have to rewire it and like, but I guess my thing is just like.
And that's not giving them any excuse. Yeah. They still need to do the work themselves. But I do think like we really got to set some shit up.
Just like just because it's conditioned, that don't make it right.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And like I guess like I'm not. Here's I guess also that's something that can. That's why I hate to say mental illness because I think racism is learned.
It is.
Like
100%.
Yeah. Like it's like, and I think you can't learn a mental illness. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
And that's why I'll take it back. I don't mean mental illness. I just mean like conditioning, like mental, like psychological conditioning. Just like religion is, like if you believe in religion, it's usually if you weren't told that God was real, you wouldn't believe that. But some people will fight and die for Jesus Christ because they believe it. Some people will fight and die believing that white power. I even say that with a country accent. White power is the right way because they were literally like, that's all they were like, they were raised to believe that, if that makes sense. I know from where we come from, it's hard to even give them any
because I ain't even gonna lie, I can't even like that because I'm just like, I can't, that, because I guess because and maybe it's still, and maybe with me saying this, I should also say it's still not our work to undo that, even if it is like a psychological conditioning. It still should be on white people to undo that within themselves and within their own community. I guess for lack of better words, I just don't care.
Okay, and
like
that's
for
fair.
real,
That's
like
fair.
I genuinely don't
After this
care.
long, that's fair.
Because
that's
it's
fair.
like I'm not like, again, like there are countless amounts of resources like that you can just learn from and everything, and then like I think like, okay, it's conditioned. I'm like, think about how I'm conditioned in when I had to go to a white school, how I had to uncondition myself to do the things that I was comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of just like, I don't know, like, and I know you're not giving an excuse, but that's just all the register in my mind is right now, because I think that's where I'm at with them. That's at the level. Like anything at this point is just an excuse. Because like, I don't think racism is a hard concept to grasp. I don't think it is something that takes a lot to. You don't need to do a lot of digging deep and stuff like that. You can literally just look around. People know when they're being racist because that's why we have phrases like, I'm not trying to be racist, but, or stuff like that. People, we know. Like it's not a. People know. That's why people don't want to have the conversations because they feel uncomfortable. Like people know. I'm just not trying to hit that. Like it's, and I know, like you said, it's a condition, but like everything can be unlearned, in my opinion. And like I just think we try to get them to learn it the easy way, and it's just like, no, let me shake your table a little bit because you not understand. I done explained to this many ways. That's what I was also looking at, like all the peaceful protests I've seen, and I was just like, no, bro, like. We've tried, like, we've literally, like, in so many types of ways tried to tell you all this. But not, like, you don't want to listen, so let me hit you where it hurt. And, people, I guess talking about, like, oh, they not going to, I guess, like, them big, like, Target and all that shit, they'll be fine. They got money, And companies like those are already backing the police anyway. So it's like... Which I was so hurt when I found out about Target. I'm like, because I love Target. Because, Target love the gays. You know what I'm saying? Also, more companies, too, that profit off black culture and stuff. They need to be speaking the fuck up. Because this one girl, she called out Fashion Nova. And she was like, y'all profit all so much about black culture, and y'all ain't saying shit Pretty Little Thing. Do you know who that is? That little boutique place. They did a real cheap, like, generic ass statement. And I think also this is the time too, like, all businesses, please don't put nothing about inclusion in here. This is not about inclusion. This is about black people. Black people are dying. Point blank, period. You don't see white people getting killed by the police. You only see black people and brown people. But now we're going to focus specifically on black people, okay? So, like, let's just, like, just put that out there. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
You know, it's you know, it's unfortunate, but I ain't dead. Like I said, I ain't dead. Do what you got to do. I'm going to donate again, too. And let us know where else we can donate, too, because, you know, I just feel like it needs to be done. Again, if you are a black business, I would suggest shit. Make your place an oasis. Like, is it
Oasis? Yeah.
an oasis? Because I know somebody named Oasis. That's so crazy.
Oasis.
But yeah, that's what you should do. What do I think gonna happen now? I don't know. I hope some shit. I don't know.
We're in such a weird space where it's like either things are gonna change or it's gonna blow over and remain the same. Like I don't think this is gonna push forward without some change happening, because it would just be nuts to think that. But it's hard to say, because we've tried to revolt before, and granted, in the past we have been able to cause change, like, you know, in the 60s and 70s and everything like that. So I am hopeful that what we're doing now will fucking shake some people up and make them really be like, nah, we can't be, even if they change out of fear of what we'll do, that's a start.
Sometimes you gotta scare people.
I want them to fear what's gonna happen if they don't do the right thing. Yeah, and if that's what it comes down to, then fear us if that's what it comes down to, because that's literally all we have at this point, you know? It feels like, so.
Also, just like, I don't know, I think also, like, I'm looking at the bigger picture of all this, just like, bro, like, and I think that's why when I was like earlier, like, take it back, like, I ain't even looking at this just these isolated incidents. I'm just looking at the overall bigger picture, like, we built this shit. Like, dead ass. When you really think about it, you be like, we built this shit, bro. Like, there's no way you about to sit here and treat us like shit after we literally, our ancestors literally built this shit from the ground. You not about to sit here and act like we ain't never did shit. You not about to, not no more. You know, I feel like now we finally decided to get out the relationship. And now we just like, oh no, bitch, I know my worth. It's time to go. Give me my kids. Lead a dog. You need to go. And we kicking that motherfucker out. That's what we doing right now. That's all we doing. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Yeah. And then we got, so in order to be in line with our marinade, we thought of top 5 this week to be our top 5 ways you can support the black community. Go ahead, D. You want to go first with me?
Yeah, for sure. So, even though this is top 5, I really don't see any, like, chronological order for these, I guess you could say.
True.
I think they're all, like, equal, but, you know. So, starting with number 5, support/buy from black-owned businesses. So, I think, in general, it's very easy for us to not buy from black-owned businesses because, number 1, we're not as, like, visible. And it takes a lot for black-owned businesses to even get established because of all the funding and everything like that goes into it, that we don't necessarily like have resources for like other people do. So I would say start now. And even
speaking of, speaking of black-owned businesses,
it's so funny. I was gonna wear my shirt today.
Oh, you sure do gotta wear.
I was gonna wear my shirt today.
I help with this organization called the Corner Store Chicago. That's why I say I got this at the corner store. If you like this shirt, I
can't stand it.
you can definitely go to at the corner store Chicago on Instagram to support a black-owned business that's also, you know, helping mental health, which is something we all need to be taken care of at this time. So
yes, absolutely.
Yes, good plug, good plug.
Exactly. So what he said, definitely try to buy from black-owned businesses now more than ever, because a lot of black-owned businesses too are putting some of their money into some of the like organizations that are like helping create change right now. So I say start now. And even after this blows over, we really have to focus on what we do after this blows over too, which is something I want to be more accountable for. So even once this is all over, like continue to still kind of go out of your way to buy from black businesses, because it does kind of take that extra effort, again, because they're not as visible and everything. Mm-hmm. Number 4, volunteer for organizations that help promote mental health in the black community, good mental health, which is exactly what PJ was just talking about with the organization Corner Store. Again, especially
because physically, I know everybody want to help physically, but like let's also like try to chip in mentally too, because this is all traumatizing to all of us. So.
Think about the kids witnessing this shit. Mm-hmm. And if I'm an adult and it like kind of seeing this shit breaks me down, the children, oh my god. See, now I start crying again. The kids seeing this shit are probably so scared. So, oh my god.
That's
okay.
fine.
Yeah, and we want our kids who are like witnessing these things to have like a good understanding of it when they get older. There's a lot of miscommunication. I'm sure there's a lot of ignorance among kids themselves as they look at these things on social media. And I think it's up to us as adults to like kind of really speak to our children about this stuff. Like if you have kids in your life, like especially if they're your kids, you gotta talk to them about this stuff, like stuff like this. Mm-hmm. Number 3, donate to families who have lost loved ones due to like police brutality, or even some of these protesters who are getting like physically harmed. Like you can donate to these families directly to help with like medical bills, and honestly give them some money for their trouble. Money don't fix everything. It can't completely buy you happiness, but sometimes money does help you just
definitely will make you feel just a little better.
Yeah. Number 2, donate to organizations that help release prisoned protesters. And number 1, use whatever platform you do have to like speak your opinion and call others to action. So even if you don't have thousands of followers, if you got a podcast, if you have an Instagram page, if you have whatever you have, you should speak your opinion and just do what you can to like encourage others to kind of like help promote change.
Mm-hmm. True tea. So my top 5 ways to support the black community are, number 5, at this time, I know this sounds weird, and it was just because of something I saw on Twitter. Don't alienate other groups within the black community. So like at this time, like being homophobic is really unnecessary, because we all fight the same battle. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I guess like stop being assholes to black queer people, because I've just been seeing some shit like that going on. Like, you know, like this is the time like we need to all like band together as one. You know.
Can I speak on that real quick? I know even within the black community, like we were both talking about, we got our own shit in the black community to fix within ourselves too. And I think now isn't the time.
Don't be petty.
There are some times where you gotta push some shit to the side just to come together and like push forward. Me and PJ could be into it, but right now we going to get something bigger than us, and
nobody's sexuality has anything to do with anything right about now. Just stop being an asshole.
A lot of things that divide us, we gotta kind of push to the side. They're still important, but for right now, we gotta learn when to like band together to just eliminate the people trying to eliminate us first.
Right. Number 4, listen to black like outlets, and what I mean by that is like black news outlets, black podcasts, videos, YouTube channels. Like, I would rather retain all this from a black person standpoint rather than like just some CNN bullshit. So find you a black source that is good at, you know, reporting, that's credible and stuff like that, and that you can like recommend to others too.
That's a good one, because they be lying.
Right, yeah. Be very careful right now where you get information from, because it's, when I say stories on top of stories on top of stories, you don't know who said anything, so make sure your outlet, your source is real. Number 3, and I guess this is specifically for white people, like I said earlier, Do your own research. I'm not here to give you the cheat codes to the problem I did not start. I get it. You don't know what to do, but I'm like I made on status on Twitter. The same way you Googled in your face, like, what does thought mean, or what does for real? What does thought mean, or what does whatever mean? You can look up how do I become a better ally, like dead ass, like. You can literally type in on Google anything you want and they will give you an answer. You can be that specific because the bitch knows all. So yes, do your own. Do your own research. I'm not doing that for you. Number 2, I guess this is for us as the black community. Check your non-black friends. And what I mean by that is like. I hate to be this person. Some people I know some people don't like to respond like other people, but like, if you know someone who hangs around a lot of black people, who loves black culture, who like damn near wish they were black, they asses needed to be the first one saying something. And if so, I feel like you have the right to be like, so, you're not gonna say anything? But you posted that Chris Brown song last week, but you're not gonna say anything now? Alright. So no, check their asses. And like you really gotta check people nowadays, because I had a little Twitter, not a debate, but like a Twitter thing about the N-word. So some dude was saying that like, if you use the N-word, you're not an ally. And then this other dude, he was this Middle Eastern man, and he was like, no, it's just the word. The word has changed throughout meanings. I'm still an ally. He was like, I support black people throughout and through. And like, I went to his page, and he definitely like has, shown support and everything. And so I'm just like, okay, but at the end of the day, like, we can't ignore the history of the word. It has meanings. You just gotta, it's okay for you to not say it. He's like, well, I understand. He was like, but I just don't think, I'm like, see, okay. You see how I just told you how I felt about the word, and I'm black, and you didn't listen to me? And then you said, you trying to negate what I'm saying.
Why do you want to use the word so bad? Like, that's like if you ran into somebody with mental illness, or not mental illness, who had autism or something, and 5 autistic people said they're okay with you saying retarded, but 5 of them say they're not. Why do you want to use retarded so bad?
It's crazy.
Like, I don't get it. I don't use... I just don't get it.
And like, for real, like, at this time, you need to check your non-black friend. And like, I guess that's one reason.
That be making me real mad sometimes. Like, why do you care to use it so... Like, it's so easy to not use a word.
It's a lot of fake allies out here. Well, I ain't gonna say fake. Uninformed allies who aren't aware that, like, just let them know you cannot be the solution and the problem, okay? All right. And then number 1, this goes specifically to non-black people. When you are talking to black people about this, make it about them. Like, dead ass. Like, don't say you understand, because you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say you don't. You just, especially if you are like not a person of color. Like, if you're a white person trying to console your black friend, don't tell them. I know how you will never know. Please
even if you're gay or part of another minority group,
don't.
You
don't. Make this about them. Focus on them and how they feel, because at the end of the day, this literally does affect people that look like them. Yes, I think, and that's another thing. At times like these, we don't need to bring up other oppressions, right? Like, or like other marginal. Like, we focused on black people right now. So make sure you do that when you're talking. Other than that, I ain't really got nothing else to say.
I mean, yeah. If you're watching, if you're listening, stay strong.
Donate.
Use your voice. Vote. I almost put that on my list. Vote.
And that's what I also went about listening, because I know a lot of, and I ain't trying to generalize, but I know some black people be like, that politics shit, because I feel like we be feeling like sometimes it's not made for us, and that's what I meant by like finding news sources, because like, that's what I'm trying to do, find like a podcast that break that shit down, so where I can like, okay, because like, I feel like politics is not a lot to understand. Bitch, they throw so many big words and shit out, you just be like, bitch, what?
And I think some of that is intentional. Like, they don't want everybody to get it. Because if everybody got it, shit wouldn't be the way it is.
I was just about to say, if everybody got it, everybody would be like, that's not right. Exactly. Like,
Yep.
So yeah, find sources that break, like for me, cause I'm dumb. Break it down, okay? Like you really got to. But as always, email us at the Rewine DJ PJ. Wait, PJ DJ. So it's on the page. The Facebook is the Rewind, Twitter the Rewind, and Instagram at the Rewind PJ DJ. This episode will definitely be available later, as well as the video. And yes, also, if you know organizations, please send it to us in our DMs that we can donate to. I'm trying to think anything else in terms of that. Yeah, just let us know about what's going on, and yeah, I guess we'll see y'all hoes. And like, I guess what we're trying to do is now, like, I feel like we don't need to do it every week video episode. We're trying to do like every 2 to 3 weeks, because until we get back in the studio.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We'll see you soon.
See you.